So I'm Brandon. Oh, you guys know me, of course. So I'll introduce some special guests. This is Dad, or Matt Cartier. He's our advisor. This is my soon-to-be aunt, Bree. This is my mom, Sandy, and good old Tessa, my little sister, and Lord Paul, and my uncle.
Who's Lord Paul?
You.
Dad.
Your uncle
The other dad.
And Uncle Scotty. He came. So thank you guys for taking time out of your day for coming here and listening to me talk. I was born on August 18th, 1998, and I was adopted by my two parents. And we lived in Parker until I was about 6 years old. And I had like some stomach problems when I was really little, and I couldn't eat food. Like I just like eat it and then just throw it up right after I ate. And so I went to therapy for like I think the first 3 years of my life to fix that. And I almost went into like life-changing surgery, but I healed the day before, so that was cool. Um, when I started first grade, I was pretty wild. I was didn't sit. I couldn't like sit still or pay attention. It was kind of crazy. My parents couldn't keep me under control, and so I started football, hoping that I could take some of that energy out, but that didn't help. It almost gave me more energy. And then we moved to Castle Rock, and I think third grade was when we moved, and we lived there ever since. And I continued to play football, and then I started lacrosse in third grade as well, and I've loved lacrosse ever since. And I quit football freshman year so that I could just continue playing lacrosse because that's what I like to do. And my ADHD was pretty bad, so I'd always have to sit right next to the teacher in class, and I'd sit alone too, so that was not fun. And through my teenage years, I started getting into cars and just like working on things in general. When I like took apart the radio that was broken, and I just like put it back together, and it started working, and that's pretty much how I discovered that I was pretty good with my hands. And then 2 years later, I did the same thing with the lawnmower and fixed that. So I was like, oh, I probably should start working on cars because they're pretty sweet and fast, and I like doing things fast. And another like side story, when I was younger, I was crazy, as I said before, and my mom would like lay me down for my naps, and I'd like move one of the slats in my crib and like climb out and then put the slat back. And so my mom had no idea how I was getting out of my crib. Yeah, it took a little while for her to figure that one out.
But I did.
Yeah, but you did. When I was 14, I started my amazing driving record with cars. I was doing chores and I had to sweep out the garage, so I usually just move my mom's car out and then bring it back in after I'm done sweeping the garage out. So I was bringing it back in, and I like smashed all of one side of the car and like hit the support beam for the garage. And my little sister was like, I think she was 2, and she was sleeping right above the garage. So that was kind of scary. And then I thought it would be a good idea to back the car out, and I scraped all of the other side. So like $14,000 later, we got our car fixed. And then my like passion for cars, I think started like fast cars was probably my dad when he got his Audi. I would just go outside and just open up the hood and just kind of like look at the car. I wouldn't even touch anything. I just kind of just stare at it. It was kind of weird, but I like doing it. When I turned 15, I got my permit like everybody else, and I started high school. I went to high school here for all 4 years, and I met Dylan, Nick, Luke, and Colin, and Noah playing freshman football. And that was my last year of football because Valley football is way too intense for me. And those guys, I think, shaped me because I was kind of like the kid who wouldn't stop running around, like I said before. And they kind of were able to handle me, I guess, a little bit. And so when they got too annoyed, they just kind of do their own thing. But anyways, that's besides the point. And then I met Jake, Ben, Gianni, Chum Chum, and Buddy like later on in high school. And those guys are the best. If you guys don't know them, those guys are amazing. Chum Chum never fails to make me smile and does the weirdest things along with Jake. And then Buddy, I think I bonded with Buddy sophomore year. When he was playing golf, I was like, I want to play golf. Like, what is this? And then my dad is like, yeah, you don't have clubs. And I was like, oh, all right. And that was the end of the conversation. And then I started lacrosse here, and I played varsity all 4 years. And Coach Junior couldn't be here because we have practice right now. But he kind of brought me under his wing and taught me a lot of things. And that's why I'm able to play lacrosse at the next level. So I'm going to attend Colorado Mesa University. Hopefully I'll be able to have playing time there. And if I don't, then I'll just go camping the rest of the time. So, and school, I'll do school.
That's good.
And that's my senior presentation. Now on to my thank yous. I want to thank my friend group, I guess, the BG and the boys. So those guys are Brooks, Noah, Ben, Will, Holden, and good old Gart, and Ryden, and Q. And so those guys, I met them this year, I think. Last year? Oh, Gart. I think this year we kind of bonded. We do a lot of things together. We go to all the car shows together. We go to Ben's house and do really interesting things, such as, the usual refilling the hot tub with Ben's bathtub on the second floor of his house. Yeah, that was weird. And I want to thank you guys for just being there for me and reigniting my passion for cars. So thank you guys. Can't ever thank you guys enough for that. And then I want to thank my other friend group, my senior friend group, for just kind of being my friend, I guess, and doing some wild stuff with me as well. And then I want to thank Dylan Coles. So freshman year, I hung out with Dylan, I think every single day over the summer. And he basically, I want to say his younger brother. I looked up to Dylan for 3 years. And I can't thank you enough for that. And then I want to thank Matt Cartier for being our advisor, because he's taught us a lot, and we go to Einstein's and we just kind of dive into everybody's life, and he's always willing to, talk about life with you. So that's awesome. Thank you. And then I want to thank my dad for being there for me whenever I need you, and for all the time you spent at my lacrosse games and football games. I can't thank you enough for that. And then I want to thank my mom for doing the same thing. You guys have sacrificed so much of your life for my sports, so thank you very much. And your time driving me everywhere, since I don't have a car. I guess I could talk about cars, but I've crashed 2 cars since. Okay, yeah, but all right. Anyways, so thank you, Mom. I appreciate it a lot. And then I want to thank Tessa for being the best little sister ever. She's so much smarter than I am, and I'm a senior and she's in 5th grade. So that's just weird. But she'll just sit at the counter and do her homework, and I will be watching Netflix. So keep at it, Tessa. And good luck in lacrosse. And then that's it. Thank you.
All right, we have time for questions or words of encouragement for Brandon.
What do you make? What are you majoring in? Business administration with an emphasis in entrepreneurship.
What are you going to miss most about high school?
That's hard. Probably just my friends, I guess, like BG and all of you guys, basically everybody in this room. I'm going to miss all of you guys. So I'm not excited for that.
What are you looking forward to?
Probably being in the mountains and being able to go camping and fishing on the weekends. So, yeah.
What are the skills and attributes that God gave you that you're going to use?
So I'm still trying to figure out those skills and attributes, but
What do you like doing?
probably, well, I mean, like I like working on cars. So that's probably one of my main skills. So hopefully I can do that and be able to focus all my time on getting my education so I can do that later in life and work on cars. So open my own shop.
Have you thought about opening up a small business for all your college friends to fix their cars? They don't know how to do that.
You know, never crossed my mind, but maybe that'd be an easy way to make money.
Will there be friends discount for that? What is the biggest thing that auto mechanics screw people over on with their cars?
I want to say probably brake jobs, because usually it's just like an easy fix and they'll charge you like $200 for it. So that's rookie mistake, bringing your cars to people to work on.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you travel?
Probably Dubai.
You could drive a car anywhere in the world. Where would you drive a car?
Probably on the Autobahn. That way I don't get pulled over. You can? I thought it was, can't you go like at any speed?
You can't go like 300 miles an hour.
Just go extreme.
That's life changing.
That's reckless.
Oh, well, I'd still
go
do
like 100, 120.
Okay, I'd still do that then. Hey Jake, what's your question?
How many times have you been pulled over?
With or without his dad in the car?
Yeah.
All the time. Every single one.
8 times? I've only gotten a ticket 5.
No, it's okay. You're good. You don't need it.
Most embarrassing high school moment.
Oh, okay. So Grayson and Robo thought it would be a great idea to tie my winch when I had my Jeep. They tied my winch thing to a light pole, and I had no idea that it was tied to a light pole. And there was people like walking by, and I was just pulling out of my spot, and they're like, "Stop! Wait!" And I was like, "They're probably not talking to me." So I like kept backing out, and like the rope like tightened against the pole, and I still had no idea what was going on because I was looking behind me, and some girl was like running and just face planted right over the top of it. But I was so embarrassed that I just kind of like walked out of my car, like I turned it off, and I just like walked around, unhooked it, and like threw it like through the window on the side. Like I didn't even wind it back up, and I just took off and drove away. So I was so embarrassed.
Left your land there?
Yeah.
Left your lane there.
Yep. Or another one was I was driving to school with Kendall and Piper and Skylar, and I got a bloody nose, like a really bad bloody nose. And so this lady like pulls up next to us, and I was like, "Oh, that's Mia DeMarco and her mom." And Skylar rolls down the window, and she's like, "Hey, do you have any Kleenexes?" And she's like, "Yeah, I do." And so I like got out of the car and like, at the red light and got a Kleenex, and then came back. So that was pretty embarrassing.
What is your most redemptive moment?
I don't know. I have to think about that.
You know it.
I have no idea what it would be.
Okay.
Are we getting out of those free tickets, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Brandon.